visit many of the communities, and I just wanted to inform the assembly. And unfortunately, Chief McKay is not here, but I just wanted to tell the assembly and the rest of the chiefs that through all of my research this summer, the best gas mileage comes from Chief McKay's Tutanwazi Bing gas station. Best gas mileage. I went the furthest on that tank of gas because he paid for it. Yeah. So I just wanted to acknowledge Chief McKay and his hospitality. I went to go pay for gas. He's like, "No, you get off my reserve. You don't come here." So that tank of gas took me the longest because I didn't have to pay for it. And then I just wanted to, I don't know if our representative from Red Sucker Lake is here. Do we have a counselor from Red Sucker Lake? I just wanted to acknowledge Chief Knott's community. We got invited to go to Chief Knott's community. They call it Wapasi Days. And the community has been doing it for 33 years, I believe, chiefs. The whole community goes out on a big island, and they invite all of the surrounding communities, and they actually camp out for, I believe, 2 weeks, a week or 2 weeks, the whole community. So we got invited to go there, and yeah, you know, I was there. Regional Chief Hart was there. Grand Chief of MKO was there. The National Chief was there. It was a really beautiful day. The sun was shining, you know. It was really nice to see the people going out on the land and camping and, you know, living like many of our grandparents and ourselves grew up, you know, on the land. So I was sitting there, and all these little babies came running over, and they're talking to me, and they're, I'm talking to these little babies. They're probably 3, 4, 5 years old, little babies talking. They're speaking Cree, and it was quite awesome to see. And then, while I was talking to these kids, Chief McDougall came over and sat beside me. So I turned my attention to Chief McDougall, and we started catching up. And I ignored the babies, because I was finished speaking with the babies, so I ignored them. So while I was talking to Chief McDougall, one of the little girls crawls right up onto the bench, right up onto the bench beside me, and she puts her finger on my hair, and she goes, "Old, old." Old. Old. I said it was. And then I shared this story with all of you before, but I'll share it again because Chief Ugamaw is here, so I wanna share this story so the rest of the assembly can hear it. So I had a chance to go visit Mantu Sipi. And it was his graduation, and I want to acknowledge the graduates and the community and the good thing that Chief Ugamaw and his council are doing. So when I finished my speech, I was going to leave the podium, and Chief Ugamaw goes, "Oh, Astam, Grand Chief, Astam." So I said, "Yes." He goes, "We have a gift for you." I said, "Okay, thank you." And Chief Ugamaw pulls out a beautiful star blanket. Oh, just a beauty. He acknowledged the assembly, acknowledged the work we were doing, and he said, we want to give you this gift, Grand Chief." So I said, "Okay." So then he calls out 2 names, and I'll have to get the names from him again. 2 names, old names, elders. 2 elders. One of them had just white hair and tapiska like an old scarf. And then this other elder comes walking, and she's got long white braids, just old, these elders. And they come over, and the chief goes, "Oh, and the old lady goes, "Mats, you're all going to cover us up," she says. So as they came right up close, and we took a picture. And when we were all covering up, taking a picture, the one elder goes, "Kitipi, pigogatin pa ya." But anyway, those were some very good stories. Thanks for your hospitality, chiefs. Some of the communities that I haven't had a chance to go visit, you're on my radar. I want to go try and visit. And I made a joke to the Chiefs Executive Committee. All right. Right. Thank you. Before I tell that, regional chief just reminded me that when the people of Red Sucker Lake were out at Wapisi, there was a little 11-year-old boy who ended up saving the life of a little girl that almost drowned. So you know, they had to resuscitate the little girl. So there was a little boy there who saved that his community member's life. So just wanted to acknowledge that. So I had asked the chiefs and the community members, you know, I do want to make an effort to go out to the communities, and Christmas time is coming. So I want to see if you guys could rearrange your schedules. I want to see if I can have a turkey dinner for 2 weeks straight. So let me know. I want to have a good feast of turkey. Okay, go say we'll leave it to that. I believe we're ready to go, and we're going to see if we can try and push through our agenda here as quickly as possible. So I'll turn the mic over to our MCs. You go sit. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Grand Chief. So as our rules and procedures for the Chiefs in Assembly in regards to quorum 3.3, once quorum is established at the commencement of an assembly on the first day, pursuant to Section 3.1, the Chiefs in Assembly may conduct business and pass resolutions notwithstanding a quorum does not exist throughout the remainder of the assembly. So we were going to wait for a few more chiefs, but I think we'll get started here. We're a little behind, and we still have a few business items from yesterday. So before I call up the first presenters, I would kindly ask if there are any provincial or government officials in the room that we respectfully ask you to leave the room at this time, as well as the cameras, if we can get those turned off during these two presentations. So if we can get the camera to stop live feeding at this time, and then once these next presentations are over,